How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. Now, I was looking on social media here a little bit ago, just kind of scrolling, and I saw a right-wing pundit post something regarding an incident that had, well, not really an incident per se, but a line from a speech given by Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota after he was selected by Vice President Harris to be her running mate, to be her vice presidential candidate. Now, there are some rumors going around about Senator JD Vance, Trump's running mate, and to be fair, Vance actually started that himself by writing about it in his book. Now, if you know this story, you're going to know it. You're probably going to think it's funny. If you don't know it, well, I'm not going to clarify it. I'll let you look it up on your own because my content isn't really made for kids necessarily, but I want you to be able to watch it with your kids if... I don't want you to make your kids leave the room to watch my videos, basically. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, JD Vance wrote about something in his book, Hillbilly Elegy, and there's been memes going around about it. It's a big joke that's going around. It's actually kind of funny. And when Tim Walz was giving his speech after he was introduced as Kamala Harris's running mate, he was going on about how Vance is kind of a weird guy, which he is, but we've been over that before. He's kind of creepy, he's kind of a weirdo, but that's been covered. So, as the governor is talking, he said that he looks forward to debating Vance. Cheers from the crowd, as you would expect. And then to raucous laughter, he said, that is, if he'll get off the couch and show up. Or I might not have the quote exactly right, but if he gets off the couch, like I said, if you know, that is hilarious. If you don't know, I'll let you look that up on your own. So, right-wingers flipping out about that. Well, this is the most disgusting thing that we have ever heard from a political candidate. Is it? Is it really? Because I'm old enough to remember, well, he wasn't born here. He's not eligible to be president, and they're saying the same thing about Kamala Harris, too. But, yeah, Barack Obama, not eligible to be president because he wasn't born in the United States. Yes, he was. Hawaii is one of the states, and it was at the time that he was born. But then Ted Cruz, Donald Trump in the 2016 primaries, accused Ted Cruz's father of being part of the Kennedy assassination. So, that happened. And then, some of the some of the different innuendos. In fact, there have been so many of them that I can't really remember all of them because it just happens so much. One of the recent ones was, well, the most recent one was when he was talking to the what was it? The National Association of Black Journalists. I think that's the name of it. The NABJ. I think that's what NABJ stands for. I know it's Black Journalists. But he gets up there and he's talking to them, and he said that Kamala Harris just turned black. Sure she did, dude. That's kind of disgusting. You might remember a while back when former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, her husband was attacked, beaten with a hammer. So you may remember there was at a campaign event, Trump was talking about Pelosi. Oh, how's her husband doing, by the way? And basically mocking him for being beaten nearly to death with a hammer. And what else has he done? Well, I mean, look at all the things that he said about Joe Biden that haven't been true. Dementia, which, sure, Biden, he's in his 80s, he is slipping, that happens when you get old. That doesn't mean he has dementia, that just means he's an old man. Accusing the other side months in advance of stealing an election, and he's done that 3 times. 3. Actually, more than that if you count the primaries back in 2016. But in advance, months in advance, before any votes were cast, he said that Hillary Clinton was going to steal the election. And then he claimed that she did actually steal the popular vote. And then, months in advance, he claimed that Biden was going to steal the election. Well, he got all of his followers all worked up, didn't he? We all saw what they did on January 6th, 2021. And, how he sat back and watched it on TV, did nothing at all to stop it. And now he's saying again that they're going to steal it. And he's talking about how stupid and incompetent and low IQ, which, by the way, low IQ is a go-to insult that he has for people who are not white. That is a go-to insult. Look it up. I mean, just go back and watch every incident where he says that. Go find it. You'll see. And, he's saying now that the election is going to be stolen. Unless, of course, he wins. So now he has his followers believing that the only way the other side can win is if they cheat. They believe that every election will be rigged until, these certain things happen. So if every election will be rigged, that means that if he wins, the election was rigged in his favor, right? But anyway, I'm off on a tangent again. Yeah, he says some absolutely disgusting things. But yet, Tim Walz, making that little double entendre joke that if you know it, it's hilarious, and if you don't know it, it's just another line in a speech that kind of makes him sound like he's too lazy to get up off the couch. So, was it in bad taste? Yeah, it was. Was it appropriate? Not really. Funny? Oh, absolutely. It was hilarious. Out of line considering who the opposition is? Not at all. Not at all. Um, he gave a very PG, if not G-rated version of the joke. He didn't go into it, and he didn't, like Donald Trump, he was actually in a church one time and said, well, I don't want to say this word in front of all these kids. And then he said the word in obscenity, and again, I'll let you look that up. And then the crowd started chanting that obscenity. Well, I can say it without saying it, I guess. It comes out of the south end of a northbound bull. Let's put it that way. But yeah, they started chanting that. But yet, if he gets up off the couch, is inappropriate, disgusting, the worst thing we've ever heard. Yeah, whatever. Tell you what. Stop being such a snowflake. Deal with it. You want to start stuff? You got to be able to take it. If you can't take it, don't throw it out there. I'll see you next time.